We haven't got a glass of mint.
Just a minute, love. 12 into...
Just
12 into 631. Oh, love, you're breathing down my neck. 12 into 631 is...
52 and 7 over.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, well, isn't that a relief? You're a clever girl. That's 7 pence and carry 52 shillings.
Can
What
I
is
talk
it,
to you
love?
now?
What?
We haven't got a glass of mint.
What, do you want to write it down?
Yeah, I'm going to write lucky bags and all. I want to get it done before my dad comes.
Well, the order doesn't go until Friday. You've got nearly a week. Oh, here he is now. Hello, Harry.
Hello, Chuck.
Hello, Dad. I'm in charge at top end, make the fraud.
I hope you're not being a nuisance, is she, Florrie?
Oh, of course not. I enjoy having her. I don't know what I did with my evenings before.
I've got gobstoppers, assorted Spanish sticks, kale-eye suckers, penny tunes,
hang on.
Do I have to come home yet?
Oh, we'll see. That's what I come in about, Florrie.
Oh, well, if you wanted to stay, it's all right with me. I was just going to get a bite of food for us anyway.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. She's company for me. Are you going somewhere special?
Oh, I thought I'd go down to Rovers and help out, you know.
Have they got a special do on?
No, but Mr. and Mrs. Walker out. They're going to a licensed fiddler to do. It's a big slap-up affair, you know.
Oh, Concept will be on her own?
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I don't know what Mr. and Mrs. Walker would do without you, Harry.
Oh, will you be a good girl for Mrs. Lindley, will you? Here. Here's 6pence. Buy yourself one of those toffees you're talking about.
Hey, can I wear that myself?
Yes.
Hey, you be careful of them scales. They cost money, they do.
Hello, Harry.
Hello, Mr. Taplock, how are you?
Oh, fair to middling. Oh, good evening, ladies.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like a word with your assistant, if you don't mind.
What would you like, Mr.
A
Tatlock?
quarter of biscuits, please.
What sort?
Oh, now, let's see. Oh, I'm a bit spoiled for choice.
I can recommend them.
Right.
Are you going on the Rovers return picnic, Mr. Tatlock?
No, I'm getting a bit old for picnics. No, I'll leave it to young fellas like him.
Hey, get away. You'll see a lot of us out.
Ah, well, the spirit's willing.
Will that be all, Mr. Tatlock?
That's all, love.
That'll be 6 for 8, please, Mr. Tatlock, and it's Miss Hewitt, if you don't mind.
Oh, I do beg your pardon, Miss Hewitt. Oh, I must have been wool gathering. Right, well, there you are.
No,
Thank you very much.
Spoiler between the pair of you.
Get away. You can't get them started too young. Well, good night, all.
Good night.
Good night, Albert. Well, I'd best be off myself, I think.
Right. Hey, Dad.
Yeah?
Do you know what we're having here?
No, what?
Take your ash, can you smell it?
Oh, love, you must be famished. Can you set the table while I get on with this here?
All
Oh, I
right.
can see you as odd man out round here. It's very good of you to look after her every evening, Florrie. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Oh, well.
Well, I'd best be off then. Cheerio.
You know, I still say we're a dirty charge.
No, Dad, it was fair enough.
Well, it looked pretty rough play to me, and that's putting it mild, then.
No, Dad.
Go on, that's right, go on, stick up for him, that's right. You can't tell me, you know. I saw exactly what happened. Now, watching, don't you forget.
Oh, don't you forget, I was playing.
Ah, you weren't playing too badly either, lad, at that. You know, if you ask me, I reckon you were showing him a thing or two. Gee, what a pity that injury had to come on so early in the second half.
13th minute it would be.
Oh, come off it.
No, Dad, 13. There's no getting away from it.
You know, I don't know with that sort of stuff. I reckon 13th's a very lucky number. Your mother and I were married on 13th, and that was one of the luckiest days in my life. Still, I suppose it makes you think. How's it feel now, lad?
Oh, it's all right. She feels like a ton waiting on the end of my leg. I think I managed to get upstairs.
Where are you going?
I'm going to put some dubbing on my boots. I've got to keep them soft.
Yeah, well, take it steady, lad.
Oh, it's all right. Oh, Mum, if there's a cup of tea, will you give me a shout?
I'll bring you one up, love.
Oh, no, it's all right. I can get down better than I can get up, and I can always up as far as the table.
You're doing champion, lad.
Oh, I hate to see him hobbling about like that. It is a shame.
Well, as long as it mends all right, that's the main thing, you know. They can be nasty things, ankles.
Oh, of course it will, Frank.
Well, footballers can't afford to have a weakness there, you know.
Oh, don't give me any more football. I've had my fill of it for today. Saw Kenneth upstairs, too.
Ken? No, he's gone out, love.
Oh, we better wait while he gets back for our tea, then.
I don't think he'll be back for tea, love.
Won't he? Where's he gone?
He's gone out.
Yeah, you just said that. Is anything the matter, Frank?
No, of course it isn't. What's the matter? Well, as a matter of fact, love, I've wanted to have a little talk to you about Ken. You see, Ken and I had a little chat while you were away at your mother's.
A chat?
Ah, that's right.
Well, what about, Frank?
What about this girl of his?
Oh, then I was right. I thought he got a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's right. It's clicked all right. That's who he's out with now, you know.
Well, is it serious, Frank?
Well, he seems pretty set on it, I must say.
Ah, Kenneth. Have you seen her? Is she a nice girl?
Oh, Ken seems to think so. I'm sure she must be, but well, he hasn't brought her home yet. I expect he will wait until you got back from your mother's.
Well, of course, he is a bit young, but if she's a nice girl.
Well, that's it, you see, love. She's not exactly a girl.
What do you mean, Frank?
Well, I mean, there's a bit of a difference in their age, you see. Now, look, now, don't go and get yourself all upset, love. It doesn't worry our Ken. I don't see why we should get worried about it. She's just a bit older than him. That's what I'm driving at. As a matter of fact, she's 11 years older.
Oh, no.
You know, I feel as excited as if I was going to the ball myself.
You're going early, aren't you?
Oh, they're having the whist first. Clock's taxi will be here at 6 and it's 5 minutes to already.
Oh, Billy Gilmore's great.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, you look gorgeous.
Nobody in yet, love.
No, not yet.
Thank you, dear. Would you mind zipping me up the back? I daren't ask Mr. Walker. He's fiddling with his tie.
Oh, it's a lovely colour.
Do you like it, really? I've always liked green, but I've been off it lately. I wasn't quite sure whether it favoured me.
Oh, you needn't worry, Mrs. Walker. It certainly does things
Well,
for
it's a
you.
change from black, isn't it? And it's a bit brighter.
Oh, it's bright, all right. Here, this tie's not right yet. Now, Billy's had to go at it and all.
Let me see. What do you mean it's bright, all right?
Eh?
Say that about my frock in that tone. It's bright, all right.
Well, I mean, you'll fair dazzle 'em.
Well, why didn't you say you didn't like it?
But I do like it.
Oh, no, you don't. I can tell.
Now, look, I like it. What more can I say?
Well, don't force yourself. Oh, dear.
I don't know why my old one wouldn't have done.
Well, it was a made-up tie.
Oh, and they made it up a sight better than I can do.
That's not the point. It appears that made-up ties are not the thing.
Who says?
Well, I was talking to Mrs. Davis at the wedding.
Yeah.
Now, we'll have none of that. She is Joan's mother-in-law. She may put it on a bit, but she does know what's what. Now, have a look at yourself.
It's your whiff.
It's all right, Dad, just a bit rakish.
Oh, you are an old woman. There. Now, that is perfect.
Yeah, it's not so bad, is it, eh?
You give over fancying yourself, Jack Walker, and go and get your coat on.
Where have you
for
put
sake.
it?
On the back of the chair, of course, where you put
It's all
it.
right, Mrs. Walker. We've got a few minutes yet.
You know, I do hope this material doesn't crease. I hate arriving looking like a concertina.
Oh, it's lovely material.
Well, it has made up well, hasn't it? Mind you, it should. It was dear enough.
Should hear me dad on that subject.
Well, if you want the best, you've got to pay for it. Now, Concepta, love, you should be all right. Billy's out, but Harry Hewitt's coming in to give you a hand. And if trade's really brisk, Ivan'll have to help with the serving on. I just hope we'll be able to manage, that's all.
Oh, we'll be fine, Mrs. Walker.
Well, I will say one thing for him. He's a good worker.
Now, are you all right?
Yes, I think
Shall I
so.
go upstairs and see if Dad's anymore?
I wish you would, love.
Hello, Billy. Oh, good evening, Mr. Walker, reporting for duty. No, you do look intrigued.
Right, where's the taxi? Hello,
Oh,
Harry.
monkey suit and all dressed up, are we?
Oh, dressed up like a dog's dinner. Victualler's ball. It's not worth
Jack?
it. Hey, fancy sitting down to whist first in this
Why,
lot?
don't you feel comfortable?
Comfortable.
Watch it, Dad, there's ladies
This
present.
collar's nearly cutting me neck off. My middle stud's been over the floor twice. I don't breathe out.
Well, breathe in then. Now, we're all set.
Well, you make a lovely couple, anyway.
Oh, well, we've had plenty of practice.
Hey, wait a minute, it's both straight.
Hey, no,
Oh,
don't
no,
say that.
Ouch! Evening, all.
Evening.
Ready whenever you are, Mr. Walker.
I should hope so. You're a bit on the late side, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker, but I had to get a chap over to Sparkle Street. You know the traffic, what it's like at this hour. Stopping and starting, stopping and starting. It's enough to drive you balmy. I wouldn't have taken him, only he said it was important.
Yes, well, there's something of importance going on here, you
I
know.
know.
Oh, Jack, your scarf.
Oh, crikey.
It's on the bed.
Oh,
Will you go and
Mrs.
get
Walker,
it?
I'll get it.
I brought 3 out, Mr. Walker. Will that be all right?
Oh, you can take one back if you don't need
Oh,
it.
don't mind that now.
What do you mean, don't mind? Now,
Ask
look here.
Concepta about it, will
All
you,
right.
Ivan?
Now, look, I don't want to rush you, but if the time I took to get the Sparkle Street's out to go by, we'd better get cracking right
Right,
away.
well, you go outside, will you, Mr.
Ah,
Clark, and
well.
we'll follow you in a minute.
You know, the trouble is there's too many cars on the road this day. They ought to do something about it. Some of them, they don't know the right from the left.
Now, listen, I'm not staring from
All
here
right,
while
Jack.
we've got the
Don't
help of
worry
it
about it, I'll see
organised,
to
eh?
it.
You, oh, all right, then, come on, we're off.
Go on, have a nice time.
We'll do our best.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself.
Here we are.
Good evening.
I'll get you there on time, I think.
Jack says now. I don't know that Annie Walker thinks she is, but she'll be losing the use of her feet before long.
Well, they're going to the Victualler's Ball.
I know they are. I also know they could have got a number 17 bus right at the door if they'd a mind to.
Oh, you're right there, Edith. If we'd been going, we'd be queuing up for that bus.
Ah, well, we're not. What makes you think we'd be going to Vittler's Ball, I'd like to know?
Mrs. Walker's a lovely dresser. Aye, it's not everyone can wear that colour, you know. Mind you, our Lily could carry it off well. But then, of course, she's more striking looking.
I had a fellow at Wireless talking about gracious living. He ought to come down to Coronation Street now and then.
Aye, it's all right for some.
Aye, well, think on it so as keeps Annie Walker in clothes. Let's get them drinks and sup up.
I can't understand you taking it like this, Frank.
Well, it's a good job one of us is keeping calm, love. Why don't you wait till you meet her?
What good do you think that's going to do?
Well, you might like her.
I expect she's the kind who knows her way out. She's bound to be smart.
Well, whatever she's like, love, she seems to suit our Ken.
But he's so young. He's 22 and he's got his whole life in front of him.
I know he has, love, but it's his life.
Well, I don't want him to do anything he's going to regret, Frank. He's a clever boy, and I'd do anything. I'd give up anything for him to have his chance.
We both would, Ida, love.
Oh, I know you would. But I can't bear to see it all wasted. He could be something, Frank.
I know.
She knows that. She's seen that he's going to get on. She's no fool. What's her name, anyway?
Her name?
You haven't even told me what she's called.
Oh, Marion, I think he said. Aye, that's right, Marion Lund.
Marion Lund.
What about her, Mum?
Oh, hello, Ken, lad. I was just telling your mother that you'd gone out, you know, with your girl, with Marion. I see. Did you go to pictures?
No, as a matter of fact. Never mind.
Well, I'm sure you don't have to tell us anything you don't want to.
I was going to tell you, Mum, about Marion, I mean. Well, I talked to Dad about her, but I didn't want you to be upset.
So you thought I'd be upset, did you? Oh, what made you think that?
Well, don't know.
Well, you must have had a reason.
No, not really. Oh, for heaven's sake, stop looking at me like that. All right, I had a reason. She's a bit older than me, a good bit. And if she hadn't been, you'd be just as cut up.
Kenneth.
Well, it's true. Girlfriend might get in the way of my studies, mightn't she? I'm your brilliant son, and I've just got to think about my career. You seem to care more about whether I pass the exams than whether I'm happy.
Now then, Ken, lad.
Sorry.
It's true, I do want you to think about your future, Kenneth. But what's wrong with that? And of course I want you to enjoy yourself, but I want you to keep on with your studies
I
too.
am.
Well, you wouldn't be able to if you were married. How could you keep a wife, love? You can't even keep yourself. When you're married, a sixpenny meat pie costs a shilling, you know.
Who said anything about getting married?
Well, hasn't she?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? She's over 30. She can't afford to wait much longer.
You don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not going to stand here listening to you.
Where you go?
Well, I'm not going back to her, if that's what you think. I'm going upstairs. And for heaven's sake, stop treating me like a kid. Just leave me alone.
Leave him alone, love. Leave him alone.
Just a minute.
Can I have 3 more?
Oh, well, Ivan, they've got you serving now, have they? Promotion, eh?
That's right. Pay me again.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's only 2 this time. Now, you going to stick on that half all night, then, Joe?
I'll just have half, Len.
Ah, no, I thought he would. I need help place, this bloke, you know. Hello, Eddie. You waiting on an all, you I'm enjoying myself. I can see that. I grinning over your face like a Cheshire cat. I haven't seen you smiling like that for weeks. Are you missing your sister, then? Go on with it. Conceptor.
Yes, what is it?
Oh, it's all right. See you later, look.
No, what is it? Couldn't
I
stand
was
the
wondering
suspense.
about the picnic.
Oh, what do you mean?
You got anybody special to go with?
Oh, look, I haven't time to think about it now. I'll let you know about it later.
Oh,
just a minute.
Thank you very much. Yes?
Go on. This change is all wet.
Oh, wet is it, love?
Disgusting. And look at this. Beer's dropped all over the counter. I've had my elbow in it 3 times.
It was me. I'm sorry, ladies. I wiped it.
No, I'll do it for you, lad. You're busy.
Thank you very much.
All right, then.
Well, the chains were all wet.
Well, was it correct, love?
Oh, it was correct.
Well, then, what more are you worried about?
Oh, you just can't be firm, can you?
Mr. Hewitt.
Yeah?
Ginny's too poisonous.
Yeah, that's right. Are you doing all right?
Not so bad, thanks.
I wish I could say the same. How about the
6
picnic, then?
pineapples.
You had your thing,
And 2 ginger beer shandies and 2 ginger beer
What's
shandies
all
over
got
there.
there?
Oh, the Derby and Jones Inn. Oh, and by the way, I've made up my mind. I will be going with somebody special. There's a fella that I have a bit of a soft spot for. He works in the buses, as a matter of fact. And he has a little daughter called Lucille. Do you know him at all?
2 ginger beers.
You haven't been listening to a word I've been saying.
Oh, shut up a minute, will you? Do you mind? I happen to be reading my stars.
Will I go to our house?
What so? Listen to this. Your emotional problems are nearing a solution. There will be interesting developments in a close friendship, and a loved one will surprise you. Trust your instinct, a favourable tendency in all matters of the art. The near
dry up.
The near future to see the satisfaction of your desires. Well, I can't wait. Unsettled aspect in home life. Do not become involved in the problems of a relative.
I don't know know what you read that stuff for. It's all a lot of rot.
Oh, it is it?
You don't seem to know what I'm going through.
Well, you're always going through something, love. What is it this time?
It's Ivan.
Oh, not again.
I never seem to see him these days. Let's have a look at that.
Well, go on, help yourself. You know, I can't understand you. One minute you're complaining that he won't let you out of his sight, and the next minute you're complaining you don't get enough of him.
He never used to want me to go out, all right?
All right, so what?
I'm telling you. Well, now I can't go out. He's at that pub every night.
Do you mean to say that you're complaining about that?
Oh, just hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute, nothing. Do you want to talk to me or do you
Oh,
not?
shut up. Where's Virgo the Virgin?
Never mind that. Give me that paper. I'm talking to you.
Oh, I can't stop you.
Cheeky young fag. What do you suppose he's doing at that pub?
That's what I'd like to know.
He's earning money. And who do you think he's earning money for?
Oh, that's a $64 question. For me, I suppose.
Yes, for you, madam. While you sit here like Lady Godiva. Do you suppose that high chairs and prams and carrycots cost tuppence halfpenny? Do you? Oh, it's like talking to a stone wall talking to you.
He's not getting paid for going on that picnic.
Oh, I see. He's going on that picnic.
Yes, he's going on that picnic.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not.
And you're not. Look here, do you want that baby?
Yes, of course I want it, but I wish I could have it straight away without this messing around.
Well, you go on that coach trip to Blackpool and it'll get it here sooner than you think. Stick it out a few more weeks, love. Oh, I know what you're feeling. Don't upset yourself. I am your mother, you know. Poor Ivan, he can't do right for doing wrong, can he? Come on, get your coat on.
You chucking me out?
Don't, yeah. We're going down to that pub.
What for?
For a social 5 minutes with your husband, and he can have a drink with us and all.
He won't like it.
Well, he'll have to lump it, won't he?
Oh, but, ma'am.
Never mind, don't you worry about that. I'll do the paying, and a drink will do you good.
Oh, no, ma'am. Anyway, I don't think I ought to be drinking in my condition.
Oh, come on, be a devil. Have a tomato juice.
I can't understand it, Frank.
What can't you understand, love?
You taking Kenneth's side like this. I thought it was me that was always supposed to be too soft with him. I even thought I understood him a bit and all.
Of course you do. You've always been very close together. You've always understood his problems and his ideas and all that. Well, I've never been able to fathom him half the time, but this is different, you see. Look, he's a lad. He's a lad with all seven, and I was a lad myself once, if you can remember that far back. No, you see, Ida, look, this is something that Ken's just got to fathom out for himself.
I wonder if he'd like a cup of tea.
You have your own cup of tea first.
I think I'll take him one.
No, now stay where you are, love. Stop up there for a bit.
Well, at this rate, we'll sit here all night.
Oh, let's go home.
Oh, don't talk like that. I had enough trouble getting you. Now, Yari, we're going to have a drink.
What's that fella gawping at?
What for?
That one over there, the check waistcoat.
Well, oh, him. Oh, don't take to notice. That's the fella travels backwards and forwards to work to on the bus every morning.
Well, his eye knew up and down.
Well, don't go at him. I don't want him coming over here. I'm not in the mood.
Good evening, ladies.
Oh, you did give me a shock.
What can I do for you?
Well, we'd like a bit of service, please, and we'd like to see Mr. Ivan Chibesky.
Oh, you'd like to have a word with Ivan, would you? Call him over. Ivan, can you spare a minute, please? Yes. Oh, rushed off our feet tonight.
Yeah, you look busy.
Busy? They're picking them up and tipping them down as fast as they can go. Ivan, these two ladies.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm serving tonight.
Ah, well, we'd like a bit of service, if you don't mind. I'd like a gin and tonic and a tomato juice and half a glass of bitter, please.
Right.
Satisfied? He doesn't look exactly on the loose, does he?
He looks tired.
Yeah, he is. He's worn out, and I'm not surprised either.
Putting up with me, you mean? Go on, say it. I never think of anybody but myself. I'm hard-hearted and I don't give him a chance, I know.
Well, as long as you do know.
Oh, as I said, I know. I'm sorry.
That's a good girl.
You're clever, aren't you?
Me? I'm not clever. I could sell wet matches. Oh, lovely. Well, go on. That's for you. Soppy apron. Go on, sit down and drink it. Go on, we can't eat you.
He's sitting down now.
Who is?
That Ivan Chavarsky. Sitting there as bold as brass, just as if he were a paying customer. Oh, 3 halves of miles, please.
3 halves a mile, please.
I see you're short-handed tonight.
Oh, we've plenty of help, thank you very much.
Oh, have you? He seems to be getting out of his share, doesn't he? You know, I feel right sorry for you.
Why, Mrs. Longhurst?
Well, here you are running round like a scalded hen and him sitting there. Well, I mean, just look at him sitting there. But then you never could trust a lot of these foreigners, could you?
When you have to wait, then it'll be time enough to complain, and that'll be 1 and 7 halfpenny, if you please.
Well, I like that.
Don't demean yourself, Martha. Just rise above her.
Did you say something, Mrs. Sharples?
Foreign herself has come out of one of them bunks. You never want to argue with them.
I wouldn't care, but I were only sympathising with her. Him sitting there just as if we were on a picnic.
I'm looking forward to that.
What?
The picnic. I'm looking forward to it.
She's off.
Well, I hope we have a nice bus driver. He was a right nice fellow we had last year, weren't he? Well, I say he can't beat a good moustache.
Well, I noticed you edging up so you could sit next to him when we got on.
Well, Nina, I don't remember that.
Don't you then? Well, do you remember when we got to the first stop?
Aye.
And he stood up.
Aye.
He was as bandy as who.
I always liked the horses. The what? The horses. When we went in them open lorries to Marple. Well, we always went to Marple for the Sunday school trip. Ah, Gum, you're going back a bit.
Hey, dear, you're living in the past, Nicole. In the past. My goodness. Well, I only have to take more trouble over the eating arrangements this year.
Ah, so do I. I like somewhere a bit more select myself. Ooh, that waitress at Lando No last year, she'd no idea.
She had not. When she come in and said, adds up for chicken, I knew then.
We used to have races as well. I won a prize once. I was quite fast in them days. Ah, Gum, you've changed. We used to go on the wheat walks and all.
Ah, well, you can walk on bank holiday. I'll be sitting in shadow. And another thing, I am not wearing one of them mascot hats.
Time, gentlemen, please. The telly glasses then.
Time, Harry, you. Which clock are you going by?
Well, that one over there, Edith.
Well, that's past even the pub time.
Well, that was one we opened by.
Well, somebody's been monkeying about with it since then.
Well, it's 10:30 by my watch, and I checked up by the wireless. Is that all right, then?
You get back on your bus, Harry. If you can run that on time, you deserve a medal.
Come on in, Albert, then.
Oh, right. A bit late, I know, but I saw your light was on, so I thought I'd just pop in and see how you and David was getting on.
Oh, he's all right, thank you, Mr. Catlock. We've popped him off to bed early.
A good night's rest is what he needs, you know.
Well, you don't have to rush, do you? Come and sit down.
All right, thanks. I don't mind.
I fancy him playing for his first league team match and all.
Well, he's plenty of time. He'll play for his country yet. Well, you're looking a bit under the weather, Ida. Oh, Tyler, are you feeling all right?
Oh, I'm all right, thank you. I'm a bit worried, that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Is there anything I can do?
Oh, I wish you could. It's our Kenneth.
Well, he's a grand lad.
Oh, I know he is. He's just got me a bit upset, that's all. It's nothing, really.
You're not worrying about that girlfriend of his by any chance, are you?
Do you know about her?
Well, hi. He did have a word with me.
I see. Well, I suppose it's all right if we talk about it, then. I'm afraid I did get a bit of a shock when he told me. She's never spoken to me like that before.
Oh, don't take it to heart, love. You know how touchy these young lads are.
Ah, do that. You wouldn't get me being 21 again for all the tea in China.
You know, I don't think I'd like to be either.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Well, just for a day or two.
I don't know what we're worrying about. We're hardly likely to get the chance, are we? Here we are, Dad.
You know what they always say, don't they? There's now the queerest folk.
Always excepting the younger folk. And they queerer still. Right, thanks very much indeed. Come on, Annie. Hope you enjoyed yourself, Mrs.
Yes,
Walker.
indeed.
Yeah, keep the change. Oh, thank
Good night, Mr.
Good
Clark.
night. Hey, look at that.
I'd like to know who left those on.
Just wait till tomorrow. I won't I'll give somebody what for when I find
Well,
out.
I must say I'm surprised the conceptor must be burning money. Oh, do hurry up, Jack.
All right, lads.
It must be 3 o'clock and I can't wait to get my shoes off.
Well, I really enjoyed that.
I know you did. I can hardly tear you away.
Oh, you look to be enjoying yourself, too. Hey, and that frock showed them all up. You look a proper Bobby Dazzler.
Did I, love?
Oh,
Here you are.
there is that one. There we are. Hello. Here, what's going on?
Oh, I'm sorry if I gave you a start, Mrs. Walker. No, sir, are you the occupier of these premises?
Now, you know very well I am.
I know, yeah, Jack. It's just a matter of routine. I'm afraid I've got some bad news for you.
What is it?
Somebody's broken in.
Broken in?
Oh, not burglars. Oh, Jack.